Hello, good afternoon everybody. Thank you for coming to join me this afternoon. I just wanted to do a quick video, maybe a quick process video. A few people have been asking me to show how I make some of my ephemera for my journals, and I also get a lot of questions about how I make my covers. I'm in the process of making some journals, Christmas journals for Artie Mays, my design team project for Andrea Artie Mays, and I'm doing three one signature journals. I've got the signature complete, and the process that I do is I put all of my bits and pieces in. I make it as I go, so all the tags, pockets and everything, I make them all as I go along, and then I know how big I need my cover to be. So one signature or one of the journal signatures is complete. So then I look at making the cover. To stiffen the covers on my fabric covers, I use, in the UK, it's called pelmet facing. It's quite stiff, but it is still flexible. It does still bend. This cover I've done with some fabric, so I've pieced some fabrics together, and I've got an image there from, I think it's Norman Rockwell, of Under the Mistletoe, that I've put on the what will be the front cover. So on the inside, I extend the fabric, so I cut one piece that's the width that I need for the journal, and because I want pockets on the insides, I've added these extra pieces, and I'll leave a little gap between, and they will be sewn across the top. I'll put some lining fabric in there, and then it'll be sewn all the way, stitched all the way around. So that's how that works. And then of course it closes. So that's just how I put my journals together. So I thought I'd just quickly show you while I'm in the process of making that one. Let me just move that out the way. The other thing that I wanted to show you was, I was inspired by Amy from Crafty Cat. She made these flip pockets using book pages, and I've made one for this journal, and then there's a pocket there at the top as well. And I just thought I'd show you my process. I will link Amy's video below for you so that you can have a look at how she did it. And I think Amy saw Gail Agostinelli, that was it. Sorry, my mind went blank then. She saw how Gail had made them, and Gail had been sent them from somebody else. So it's quite, a lot of people have been making them. Let me just move. I've got some bits and pieces here for my journals. Sorry, reaching across. So the way that these work is, Amy was using Edith Holden book pages. And I thought I liked those, so I went upstairs and made a few. So these are the ones that I made using Edith Holden. So I've done one with the sparrows, one with, I'm not sure what sort of flowers they are. I've done them to open different ways. And of course on here you can put some scrap paper so that you can write on it. And they have the pocket there, and they also have the pocket there at the top, and they're not glued together. This is a book page that I had with some butterflies or moths on. And again, you can put some paper in there. Again, another book page. Which way does that one open? That opens that way. So I've not done anything else with them, just waiting to see which journals they go in. But they've all got the side tuck pocket and the pocket at the top. And of course, when it goes in the journal, you can tuck just there as well. And then my little mouse with the rose hip. So they're all slightly different, but they're the ones that I made when Amy did her video. And I was putting a couple together to go with the Christmas journals, and I just thought I would just come on and show you how I've been doing it in a couple of different ways. So these papers, not that one, these papers are the Christmas wrapping paper, and that's from Tailor Made Journals, and I thought they would make a lovely one because I'm going to make a journal using the Christmas wrapping paper. And so this was one of the sheets of paper that I've cut. attached on there. So I've cut that to the size that I wanted it to be to make into the pocket that goes on the front. I'd already folded this one when I thought about doing the video. So you can see it was a piece of paper. I've folded it to be the size that I wanted it to be. And usually it's about 3.5 inches. But I wanted this. I decided that I was going to put this Santa and those children on it, and this is one of the German Christmas images from Tailor Made from Lorna. So I want to put that on there. Get my trusty glue stick. Just sorry, watching me gluing, or probably not watching me gluing because I'm probably off screen at the moment. But I wanted that to go on there, and I don't want to cover that little squirrel up. So that will go on there with the Santa with the children. So that's the pocket that's going to go on the front. And then I've got a piece of Christmas music paper here that's going to be the fold. And of course you can have it opening whichever way you want it to. I'm going to do it so it opens that way. And that will go on there like that. And of course, because I wanted this a bit taller, I think this is about 7 inches tall. My journal pages are usually about 8 inches. So that's about 7 inches. This, because the wrapping paper is sections of this going across, I wanted to make it like that. So I'm not going to glue this, well I will. Sorry, I forgot my glue. So glue this together. Glue down that bit there. And that bit there. Fold that over. And that will be the pocket. And then a little bit of glue. Hopefully you can see this. I'm sorry, it's quite a dark day here in the UK today. So it is quite dark and dismal. It keeps raining. A little bit of glue on there, just to close that up. There we go. And then because this doesn't go all the way to the top there, I'd cut a little piece of the same paper to go on there. Hopefully this makes sense to you. I don't do craft with me's very often because I get so very nervous. And that's going to go on there. Oops. There we go. And that still opens like that. And then that will sit on there like that. So I'll glue that on. I want this piece here to be a pocket. Just thinking, yes I do. I want the pocket to be on that side. So I'll hold that there whilst I put my glue. Sorry, can you see okay? I do hope it's not too dark. And I'm guessing if it is too dark, I won't publish this video, so you'll never see. There we go. A little bit of glue on there. And then that's just going to go on there like that. There we are. And then that's just a lovely little pocket that opens up there. There is a tuck spot in there, and of course there's the tuck spot in there. So once that's nice and dry, I'll cut one of the little half circles there, the same as is in there. So that's one done. The other way to do them slightly differently, I'm also doing a couple of journals using Rachel from Roxy Creations kits. And this is one of Rachel's images from her Christmas kit and one of her papers. And actually with this one, I wanted this to be on the inside as well because it's pale enough to write on. But I also want to put the pocket on the front. And this one, it's going to be a tuck pocket, so it's going to open that way. And I thought I'm going to leave this open with this image as a pocket there. But I think this is probably too long. I don't know how long it is actually. Sorry, I know you're not going to be able to see this. I don't have a very good setup, which is one of the reasons I don't do videos very often. Yep, that's 8 inches. So I don't want it 8 inches. I want it to be about 7 inches. So excuse me reaching. There we go. So that will cut that. So that is now 7 inches tall, which is about right for what I want. So we'll use that. I want a pocket, there's going to be the pocket. Yes, that one is going to be a pocket. So I want the cut hole in there. And then it will be a tuck spot in there as well. So there we go on there. I will put a little, when I go off screen, I will put something there just to hide that. So this piece of paper was one sheet of the A4 that I've cut now to size, and I've folded it in 3 but left myself a little bit. So I've concertinaed it to cut into 3, and I will glue down there and across the bottom. So let me just put a bit of glue, excuse me reaching again. Some glue down that side and on the edge there. And across. Across the bottom, otherwise you don't seal the bottom of your pocket. Yep, that's fine. And there is a little bit of white showing here. Just neaten that edge a little bit. So now we have a pocket up here, and I want to put this, one of Rachel's images, on there, and that will be a tuck spot just there. So I'll put a little nick in that one. Oops, just so that you can see it is a tuck spot. Yep. And then, sorry, can't apologise for going off screen. Can never do straight lines of glue on these. There we go. And then that, just make sure I've got it the right way up, and I have. And that will go on there. Just hold it a moment for the glue to set. There. So that then, we've got a tuck spot just there that I'll make a card for. Sorry, the glue's just not quite caught yet. So tuck spot just in there. We've got the pocket, the long pocket that goes all the way down just there. And then when that glues onto a page, it's this bit that I will glue. So I'll glue those 3 sides, and it will be a tuck just there. And then, as I say, that is pale enough to write on. So that will go in one of the Christmas journals that I'm going to be making using Rachel's papers. Okay. Oops, and I've just thrown it on the floor. As I say, my setup isn't really made for doing craft with me's. So the other one that I made that was in this, where have I put it? In this journal. That's a book page, and that's a book page from a Christmas book that I had. and it has a carol in there, 12 Days of Christmas. So for the other Artie Mays, I'm doing 3 Artie Mays ones. I wanted to use a similar sort of thing. So this is the same Christmas book that I had. So this one I'm going to make using this Christmas book page. So the way that I do this, and if you watch Amy from Crafty Cat, sorry, I don't know if you can quite see that, hopefully you can. The image of these children and this I want to have as my pocket, so I want the pocket to be this little bit here. So I want to keep all of those words. So where do I need to score? Sorry, I don't want to get my head in the way. It's probably about there. Yep. So fold that to the back. So that's perfect. I don't want it to be so wide, so if I want it to be about 3 3/4, now I'm going to go to this one about 4 inches. I can go less, so 3 3/4. There we go. And then of course this part here can be cut off, so I'm just going to move this over so I can cut it off without jiggling you too much. So it's about there. Yeah, so there you are, you can see that. So there, that will close and become a pocket. And I want it to be about 7 inches, roughly. So cut that bit off there. Sorry, I think I need a new blade in that cutter. There we go. And I want it about 7 inches, give or take. But I don't want the white on, so I want to make sure that I get rid of that. And this book page is quite a tough, quite a heavy, thick book page as well. So yeah, there we go. That's fine. So that gives me my pocket. So again, that will have, can you see okay? That will have the little divot bit there, about there, to show that it's a pocket. It is a shame using book pages. I'm always unsure which picture to use, because of course you always lose one on the other side. But I thought that guy's face was a little bit scary actually. Although I guess if you look out your window and see a reindeer coming up your chimney or coming to land on your roof, it would be a little bit scary, wouldn't it? So then that will close that up. There we go. So that again is my pocket. It will be nice and dry. You can sew round these as well if you want to. I'm undecided at the moment whether I will or not, but that will close that nicely. So that's the pocket that goes onto the top. And I'm not sure how wide that is. How wide is that? So that's about, well, it's just over 3 3/4. So I'm going to use this for the inside pocket. So that's going to need to be, if that's 3 3/4, so it needs to be around 7.5, doesn't it? So that folded in half, it's going to be okay. So if I just cut that off there, sorry if I'm knocking you, I do apologise. And that wants to be about 7.5. Where does that come to? I cut quite a lot off there, don't I? Come back a little bit. And that will be the inside. So fold that in half. And these are going to be going, as I say, on my Arty Maze journal. So I want these to open that way, the same as the one on the other cover did. So I'm happy with that. So I need this to be, I did that 7, so I need this to be about 7 inches. So cut it that way. And cut it there. Of course you don't see this bit because you're going to be putting this on the top. That's a little bit big, look. Although actually I don't mind that because that's going to be a tuck spot just under there. And I don't mind it because it's a little bit darker, so I'm going to leave that as it is actually. So that's going to be my tuck side. So again, you can cut it down so it lays flush with it, but I don't mind it having that little bit of a lip. Glue on that bit and on that bit. And then I'm going to put that flush with that back bit there. There we go. So then that will open that way. There will be a pocket here. And there will be a pocket should really wait until that's stuck on, shouldn't I? Never mind. Let's just do it. There we go. There we go. So there you can see, just put the lid on my glue. So we've got the pocket at the top there. Pocket at the side, and then the pocket inside. So if I go back to the journal that the signature that I've got, you can see it's the same as this one here. So it flips open. It's got the tuck spot there. So that would go in there. It's got the tuck spot there. So that would go in there. Excuse me reaching. And then you've got the tuck spot at the back, which is that bit. So that would go underneath there. So I know it's perhaps a bit of a disjointed video for you, so I do apologise for that. As I say, I do get very nervous doing videos like this where I try and make something where that can be seen, but hopefully we can get the other two. This has given you an indication of the beautiful pockets that Amy from Crafty Cat did and Gail Gostinelli did, and that there are different ways of making them. So this was using printouts. We've got the pocket at the top there, and we've got the pocket one side or the other there, that we can put it underneath in there. So we'll have made a pocket like that. That one, as I say again, that has the pocket there. It has the pocket there and it has the pocket there. And then this one that I made from a piece of the A4 paper from Rachel's Beautiful Papers. It has the pocket on the side there, it has the pocket there, and it will have the pocket there. So I hope that you may have found this useful. Please let me know. And I thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Thank you. Bye-bye.